Grec, Festival de Barcelona, estiu 2025.
Bon dia. Avui farem la conversa, la presentació de Mami amb el Mario Banushi, però la farem en anglès, tot i que hi haurà traducció. Nosaltres estarem aquí parlant en anglès. Mario Banushi, good morning. Let me just introduce you for a little. It's your first time in Catalonia. It's the second time you present your work in Spain, in the country. And you come just from Avignon, where they have seen Mami. That is the same production that we will have here. I would love to go through part of your develop as an artist, because you are really young. So you're 26-year-old. You came from Albania, but you have studied and worked in Greece. And this your third big piece, Mami. The two previous also speak about your life and your relation with the world, but I would love to understand how you get to have such a personal language. That is a thing that is surprising and amazing everyone that meets your work. So how can you describe your work yourself? What will you say about your work?
Thank you very much for having us. We can't wait to play here. And yes, it's the second place after the international premiere in Avignon. We came immediately here. So this personal way to create things, it was not, to be honest, a decision. I never thought that I will do something different from other works I know or whatever. It came by itself because the first piece I created in Athens, the first ever, was the play Ragada that was showed in a real house in Athens in the period where the theaters were very difficult to support young artists because of COVID, because of it was a big risk. So I had to make my own thing. So there I had the time to create something very intimate and something that was very personal. And then when I first created something on theater, my first theatrical piece, Goodbye Lindita, I thought of creating something from a text, from something I was taught in the drama school, but then I said, no, I will talk in my way. And I talked about my stepmother's death. That was the only thing that I was thinking every day. So I said that I will talk about this death. And then in the next pieces, in Taverna and in Mami now, I saw that I still need to talk about my life and about my family. And I will do it till I really need this. It's not something that I have to pressure myself and say that I will do it forever, but till now it's something that it inspires me to talk about my real life, about the truth, and it's the way I like to work. I don't know how it would be to start from something already made, from an already dramaturgy.
The question is, you work the dramaturgy yourself with the team of actors that I understand. They are a group of actors you know very well, and you work with them for a long time. Part of the team of Mami was also at Taverna Tiresia and also at Goodbye Lindita. So you have, the team is growing, but you have some people that has been with you since the very first moment. And you have created this theater without text that speaks about images, speak with feelings. How is for you working without words?
For for me, it's more easy to work without words. I don't say that it's easy because it's very difficult to create a story when you have only images and sounds and lights and set. Because, but no, I will start by saying that for me it's more easy because I'm as a person also like this. I'm not used to words, to be honest. Even if I have to talk like this now, I'm not used to it. I prefer talking with my eyes, with my body. I love silence. So for me, it's something that it's me, the no words thing. And it's beautiful because some people think that I created theater without words in order to travel it, but it was not at all in my mind, because even the first piece I showed in this house in Athens, it was also without words. In the moment that I didn't even know that I will show something in theater in Greece. So for me, it's a unique way to work because I find this language a universal language that everybody can understand. And I love also when people that they are not from the country I show the piece, they listen about my piece and they're like, oh, I will go and see it because it's without words. Or they are surprised when they come and they expect subtitles and they see that they can understand in their way everything. And I love this. I love that everybody can understand everything.
Yeah, but as you said, this has been more conclusion that a thing that you was looking for, because it's the way you create, and not a thing that you have been working for. This is more related as to you and the way you travel yourself with the art. But for the third piece, I was checking this morning. The co-production is amazing. So you're going to be in Germany, in France, here in Spain, in Italy. You have done Avignon. You're going to Belgium after to Liège, Holland. So it's the develop has been crazy quick in this 3 or 4 years. How can you live this, and how are you living with this envelope?
To be honest, I don't exactly understand what is happening because I see only the good part of it and the healthy part of it. I mean, till now, to the festivals I've traveled and the people that are supporting my work, like you, I like that they give me space, time, and I just enjoy the fact that I travel with my work, that I communicate my work to more people, so I don't feel the stress, to be honest. I hear a lot of times that it's going very fast, but for me, I don't know what is fast or slow. I'm open to everything. I'm curious to explore more things. For me, it's not an end. It's just a beginning, because I still want to find things. I still want to experiment as an artist. So even if I'm young, that make it more easy to explore things.
Yeah, I think we always say that you are really mature for your age, and also that you are facing things with such a easy and calm way that I think that this will make things easier for you. At the same moment that you are traveling with Mami, Goodbye Lindita and Taberna Tiresias remains alive also. And as said, there are some people in common, so with the team, you're kind of a family in a way. So, and now when we met yesterday, you were all together. So really it's like a company in the old way of having a company. It's people with you share your life. Can you tell us something about the people, actors, artists that we're going to face tomorrow in the performance?
Yes, this group of people, for me, it's the most important part of what I do, because without them, this imagination would not be alive, would not have soul and body. And what I love with them is that it's a combination of people. It's dancers, actors, people that haven't studied theater, And as I said before, that I want everybody to be included in the audience. I also like everybody to be included in the stage. That we don't look only for professionals, but we look for people that love arts and they can be part of a world that someone has imagined. So in Mami, all the people except only one dancer, Eftichia Stefanu, that she is also in my previous works. All the others are new for me. So it's a beautiful combination, having these new people that I met them and I feel them like family, and also having Eftichia that she's in my previous works, and she's like a very important wall in what I do. So I don't know what exactly to tell you about the performers. The fact that they are so different, from the ages to everything, to also how their personalities are so different. It's the fact and the thing that I love most of this team.
When I saw the premiere in Athens, what I felt was that in each one of the characters that we have on the stage, we can have like enormous feeling of beauty and enormous. So the care that you have of each character is really very notorious. It's how you can feel your personal relation with each one of the characters. I don't know the performers, but yes, the characters you're talking about. So it's you can follow really the line of emotions with the characters. What is really significant for me as audience. I don't know how is working in such a personal way, talking so honestly about your personal life and put it on a stage to be seen by everyone. How you work, because you are also very shy. So it's a strange combination to talk so openly about yourself and to have this shyness and this in this slow mood. So I don't know, how can you manage this?
Yes, the reason I do theater, one of the reasons is because there I don't feel shy and there I don't feel bad to talk. But I don't have roles in my mind that this is the mother, this is the son, this is the aunt. I never do this also in the rehearsals. We don't decide who is who. I leave this to the audience. So something that I would love people to know about my work is that it's not right or wrong. I really want to believe this about my work, that it's not right or wrong to understand something or not to understand. It's so open. I would love this to be so open, as a dream in a way, that you don't understand exactly who you saw or why you saw this person. But also, in the other side, I also want to have a skeleton. It's not just images that I imagined and I created them and I said, okay, we'll stage this. It was very difficult, the part where we were creating very beautiful images and very beautiful things, but then I had to decide to throw a lot of the images in order to create a line, a skeleton, where the people can be catched from somewhere and dive to a world that I would love them to drive them. So for me, I don't have roles in this piece. Of course, the main role, the mother, it's very important. And for me, in a symbolic way, it's not only my mother in my mind, but it's also my mother's, because I see in the figure of the mother on stage, my grandmother, my mother, women that raised me, women that I feel comfortable with them. So it's a mix of characters on stage.
Yeah. Mami is more a concept than a person in this piece, and the feeling is that it's who cares, who take. Yeah, it's more about feelings that concrete situations.
Yes, it's not for me also mother in a symbolic always way. It's not only who raised you, but also mother could be also a man that you felt that he had something from your mother. He had the feeling of, because for me, mother are a lot of things. And for this piece, I don't want to make it so so specific. I want to open it.
And for not to discover a lot of information about what's going on the stage, because I want people to just discover by themselves, sound and music, this helps a lot to the travel. You work with a specific music created, but also with references. So what is your relation with the music and sound for the work?
With composer Jeff Wanger, that I also worked in Taverna Miresia, the previous work. I go to him with a lot of references, of course, because for me music is very important to drive you somewhere. So I went with a lot of references from Balkans, from polyphonic Albanian music that I used to hear also in Albania, where I grew up till my 6, but then was going there in the summers. So I wanted these sounds to be part of the piece, and not only for geographical and origin reasons, but also because these are my sounds. So I want, as I also bring on stage a theme that it's personal for me, I also want to bring personal lights, personal sounds, because I want to be really personal. So the references were very familiar to me. And I also love the fact that people from other cultures can discover different sounds, different colors, different costumes, different rituals that they maybe haven't seen in their countries.
I have to say that I love, in a way, how Greek you are and how Albanian at the same moment. So you fight for both roots and for both origins. And I think in a way, in your pieces, you can also find both countries and how you relate to one and another. So you feel really from both places, don't you?
Yes, I love the combination. And I love that on theater I don't have to choose who am I or where I'm from. I love that I can be Greek, I can be Albanian, and I can be also a lot of other origins that I would love to be. So yes, the beautiful part of being an artist for me is that I don't have to decide who am I. And of course the references are coming also from Greece and Albania, both. Because I have, both countries are inspired me a lot.
And now the Greek scene, without any doubt, is one of the richest in Europe now. If you have to, it's a typical question, I'm sorry, but if you have to talk about some artistic reference or artistic people that you admired, both Greek and from other countries, who will be in your mirror?
Okay, this is a very difficult question because I have references and people I really admire and I love their work. I will not talk about people that are not alive, like painters and cinematographers that they really inspired my work. But from Greece, there are a lot of artists. I really love a lot of artists from Greece that inspires us as artists, like Theodoros Terzopoulos, like Dimitris Papaioannou, like Euripides Laskaridis, Christos Papadopoulos, that was my teacher, and he was also in the festival. So there are a lot of artists that I love that we are in the same country and we also create there. And I love that I have the chance from my work, most of them, to meet them and to be friends with them. Is our work that connected us and not something else. So this is, for me, it's one of the beautiful parts of being a director and a young director, that I have the chance to meet all other creators, that they admire also my work and they have things to tell me.
Yeah. And it's wonderful how your creations have conversation with the other theater, not only Greek, but as said, I think we always have in mind people like Angelica Lidl from Spain, or Romeo, and so people that it's very strong, creating very strong images, that it's also kind of the way you're developing your career, because of course you are in the, well, you're mature, but you're in your beginning, so I think you have a long, long way to create and to talk. Do you have anything to say about Mami for people that it's going there, and also to tell people to go to see the performance? Do you have any clue that we need to discover or something to add?
It's very general. What I always say about this thing is that I expect people, and I suggest to the people to come clear in their souls, I mean, and open to not understand and to understand, I mean, and not to have expectations, because this makes me always a bit anxious when they tell me, I've heard about your work and I really want to see it because I'm sure it will get me emotional. And I'm like, just come, sit, and watch and feel, and whatever it comes. I love that people will love the piece, people will not like the piece. I love all the reactions.
Yeah, I know. That's why also, because I haven't asked you about Avignon and all the thing, because I think it's talking about generating expectations, and I think it's better to go little naked to enjoy it without all the plus information about what has happened in other cities. So let's see if do you have any question?
No, I would like to know. Tell me more about your family, because I understood that you are from Albania, but your mother had to go to work to Greece, so you were elevated by your family, your grandmother more in Albania. I don't know what age did you go to Greece, so can you explain me more about this, please?
Yes. My family were immigrants from Albania to Greece. My mother gave birth to my sisters and then to me, that I'm the youngest. When I was 7-8 months, I had to go back in Albania. My mother went me back to Albania to my grandmother, where I was raised by my grandmother till my 6, and then came back in Athens. So I lived in Albania till 6. That it's an important period of a life of a person, of course, about the character and everything. Then I used to go there every summer to meet my father and my whole family. And the fact that my parents are immigrants and I had also these two countries affected a lot my work. And a reason also I don't use words, I believe that is that I always had to choose what is my language and in which language I dream and in which language I love to speak. And I decided that I don't have to choose a language in theater. So I don't use language, maybe also because of it. But yes, my family, it's also the fact that they are immigrants and these people have a lot of stories to share. This affected a lot my work. As a kid, I always loved to see the photo albums from my family, where they grew up, their old houses, how they walked from Albania in Greece without documents, and all these stories. For me, it was like hearing Shakespeare or hearing Chekhov or hearing theatrical texts and stories. So there are a lot of reasons I do something so personal, because the stories I've heard, there are so many that I cannot do something without them. I have to do something with them.
Okay.
Yes, yes. They are my own classicals, as you say. Yes.
Vale. And how that you were introduced or attracted by art and by theater?
Yes, this is also a question of my family, because my family is not related at all to the theater or to arts. So it was something that I used. It started, to be honest, by loving to draw a lot. So I loved drawing as a kid, and then I loved hearing music a lot. And I remember also my mother telling me, "Are you okay? Don't you want to go out and play and stop drawing?" So it started like this, and then by by accident, in a way, I entered in the drama school when I was 17 and a half. Because I just heard from a friend that she entered in a drama school, and I said, what is it? I went, I gave exams, and I entered. So for me, from 17 and a half, the whole world changed. Because I saw performances, I read text, I meet artists. So it came by accident in a way, but also because I loved it without knowing it from a kid.
Yeah. Mhm. And one other thing, you did this piece called Mami, no? But I don't know if after that, since the family is so important, we're going to see a piece called Papi, no?
Yes, the previous work, Taverna Mirasia, it's a piece about my father and about my father's absence. Because Taverna Mirasia was the was the sign of my father's restaurant. So I said to this piece that or I will talk for something totally different, or I will really focus on my mother, that she is so important, in order not my mother to be as a shadow every time when I rehearse and every time wherever I think about a new piece. So I said I will talk about this figure and I will light her, and I decided to name this piece Mami, which means in Albanian mother. And it was a big decision for me to name my piece that will travel all over the world in the word that I was embarrassed to call when I was a kid to my mother, because I was afraid to call my mother in the Albanian way, mother, so I used to call her in the Greek way. And the fact that I see this title, Mami, going to all these programs and traveling, for me it's I don't know how to say, it's a goal that I really had as a kid, not to be afraid, to be personal. So it's also something very important for me.
We don't know much about what is happening in Albania in arts, in the art scene. Can you tell us more? I don't know what contact you have with it or not. Or...
I'm not the right person, to be honest, because I also don't know exactly what is happening there in the theater part. The only thing I know is that I would really love to travel to Albania, of course, that I haven't been yet with my piece, with my pieces, because it's a pity for me, because we've been till Australia with my work, but not till Albania, that it's the next country from Greece. But I think it's something that will happen for sure. I don't believe that the financial thing is very easy there, also for arts. So yes, I'm not the right person to tell you exactly what is happening, because I will say things that maybe are wrong.
Okay. And are you already thinking of your next piece?
I'm thinking of it. I'm not creating it yet, because I'm touring also with my previous works, and now I started with Mami. This is the start of Mami. This is the second country we travel. So for now I want to travel with my works and give time to this. And I started writing an idea that I don't know when it will happen and how, but I have something in my mind for sure that I'm inspired from. And
another thing, that when you say that you have very diverse people in your company, yeah, you have actors or dancers or people that don't come from any theater or dance base or something like that. I would like to know, how do you choose them?
I also wanted to tell this before, but I forgot, because once a very important friend of mine, she told me, I was explaining her how I want to meet my actors, and she told me it's really like you are doing a casting for a movie and not for a theater. Because for me, I don't need from someone to tell me monologue or to play to me and to understand how beautiful she says the words, and how beautiful she plays as an actor. But I prefer going out for a coffee or to eat with someone, to explain them what I want to do and to see if they would love to be part of it. And of course, a second part is if their figures are connected to the figures I have drawn before in my house. So I see this, it's a combination of these two. But the first and the most important is to meet these people and to know if they would love to, if they are interested in the theme I chose. And I also love them to choose me, a part of them to choose me, and not only me to choose them. Because it's important to say that it's not only the directors that they choose, but it's also the artists and the performers that they choose. And they might say no to a work or yes. And this is connected also to another theme that it's a very big theme, but that will not open it here. But for me, it's also important to create a very healthy space, because I hear, as a young artist, I hear so many stories, I hear so many difficulties in this theater factory, that for me it's very important to create a very healthy, but really a very healthy team, that everybody has space, time, and me as a director, I can be sensitive and understand them all. This is something that I would love also to put my change in the theater, that in the next years it will not be anymore the directors that will treat to the actors in this very bad way that we hear. It's connected also to the family thing that you said.
And I think this is really a big change in the creators nowadays, and in the way of understanding how the artistic creation has to be. Is not a way of suffering. You don't have to rush people, but to take care of them and create with love and connection more than with pressure. So this is also very generous, and I think this is really a new way of doing things that is really necessary, and it should be mandatory, but let's step by step.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I imagine that when you create a piece, you do by drawing more than writing.
Yes, yes. I most draw in my house before starting the rehearsals. And then I go to the rehearsals and I see if what I draw, it can happen with the real bodies. And sometimes I see that it can happen and it's even more beautiful. But sometimes I understand that what I draw, it was made just to be in the paper and not in real life.
Okay, very good.
It's funny because it's kind of a medium. It's like if you have a dream and you can put it in the actual world or not.
Yes. It's a very beautiful moment when something that you have imagined, you can see that it works with the real bodies, and it can be staged and it can say something. Because also a lot of parts of Mami that you will see, they are made by this way. The most parts and images of Mami, they are made like this, from drawings to real life and to real bodies.
And you would like people, when they leave the theater after seeing Mami, is to think about the family, or to have had new ideas that they didn't have before? What's the point, if there's a point?
It's not a point, to be honest. It's not a point. I mean, I love all the expressions and the reactions. I'm very lucky till now, because with my pieces, my previous pieces, and also with Mami in Athens and in Avignon, the reaction, it's not, for me, I love that it's not just the typical reaction that, okay, congratulations. The reaction, it's so beautiful in the way that they will send messages, they will meet us, they will cry with us, they will tell us very personal stories. And for me, this is something that it makes it's the reason that I want also to do theater. That they don't stay just in the congratulation, but they start sharing their stories and telling us that they saw their families, they would love to call their mothers. It's all these reactions that they are unique.
Okay, thank you.
¿Alguna cosa? You want to add something?
No, I think I said a lot.
Okay, I think we've done. So let's try to enjoy the performances. And thank you very much.
Thank you very much too. Thank you.
Hit it! That's what I'm talking about.
Wait! Okay, now, from the beginning. Hit it, boys.
Joint on a corner where the big boys play.